Online STEM courses and why we need more of them, a presentation by Gale. The STEM Education Initiative is an integrated curriculum that will not survive, just like the integrated curriculum did not survive. A quote by Tracy Mayobre, the Educational Classroom Systems principal. Now, this statement was taken out of context, and it does kind of show what happens when we ignore what we need to improve on, specifically in STEM education. We all know that teachers are still really frustrated with slow progressions in classes, and students are still really bored in most STEM education programs. But as Mayobre completes our context for us, we need to address the list of cons before that change can happen. And so online STEM courses are a viable solution to the cons of the financial deficiency, disengaged students, and many other similar problems, such as the ones we've just discussed, and of course increasing demands on time management. And the causes for these are no standardized guidelines for STEM education, no education of integrated curriculum to teachers, and STEM programs are often demand sacrificing time for other subjects' content. So for no standardized guidelines, there's no set guidelines that anyone's putting out to show what people need to do to kind of frame their curriculums as teachers for their students to integrate STEM into a general education, or if you're an elementary teacher trying to integrate STEM into your education system. And because of that, there's no education to those teachers on how to integrate STEM into their systems. And so they have no idea how to do that. And STEM programs, because of that, STEM programs often become increasingly more demanding. And because of that, they demand time away from other subjects and their content. And students often find themselves sacrificing other subject content for STEM programs. We can curb all of this by using things like active learning, flipping the classroom, and obviously using technology for students to help students better consume subject matter. So for active learning, active learning is a technique used by STEM integration teachers where they provide an environment where they have their students, or it's technically flipping classroom active learning together, where they will provide the subject content separately so the students can consume that content separately, and then come to class the next day and work on problems that have to do with that lesson. So great examples in math class, you have your students read the textbook or watch a video beforehand, and then you have them work on problems in class with you. And then obviously using time-efficient videos, playlists, anything that would much better hold the students' attention and disseminate that knowledge to your students more efficiently and on their own time. So it's much more convenient for everyone, more efficient. And when you combine all of these solutions, you get your online STEM education courses. The online STEM education course is a way to implement all of these solutions in one go, the most efficient way. And so we conclude with our concluding thoughts. The educational reforms of the past can only be improved by the public. We know this, and the public drives federal and private investments so they can put forward the money to make these improvements happen. And then online learning has the potential to provide scientific literacy, which is very important in light of COVID, and at an affordable price and convenient times, which are all very important to science teachers and STEM educators. Science education is an evolution. It's not a revolution. It doesn't happen suddenly. It happens over time, so we need to treat that as such. And so each generation should make some kind of contribution to improve STEM education. Every new day, humanity sits at the precipice of innovation. Yet a large majority of humanity does nothing with this advantage. And thank you for your time. That is the end of the presentation.